But are we ready to move into the Browns, Grant?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's get it started.
The Cleveland Browns. There's a report that surfaced that they are interested in Malik Willis, and they are also interested in Ty Simpson. The Browns could be the most poorly run franchise of all time because it's not like they changed up the front office. Andrew Berry is still there. So, I would have thought this report comes out. You got a new GM, you got a new football ops guy in the building. You don't. You have Andrew Berry there, who drafted Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel, who also, I believe, gave the big contract, or no?
To Deshaun?
Did he give the big contract to Deshaun? How long has he been there for? That should be a fireable offense. So I hope that was an old person.
He has been with the Cleveland Browns since 2020. So he gave the contract to Deshaun.
All right. So it's amazing that he is still keeping his job. So he did all these things, or played a role in all of these things. And now you're going to bring in another quarterback with next year's quarterback class being loaded. Like next year's quarterback class, you're going to find a franchise guy in that class. And you're going to bring in Ty Simpson now, who's the biggest wild card in this draft, or you're going to go out and get Malik Willis when you have Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel in the building. Like, what's your thoughts on this, Grant? This is mind-blowing to me.
I mean, the Browns had something crazy, 11 or 12 picks in the last draft. They traded back to get fifth and the fifth pick. They had the second. They trade back to get the fifth and the future pick. And they had so many opportunities. They took 2 quarterbacks and 2 running backs. I can't think of another team that's ever done that in NFL history. And to your point, they're still in a quarterback search. The Browns, it's just, I don't like when the media just constantly picks on a team, and it's clear they don't even watch their games. They don't even know what they're talking about. They're just picking on them because it's easy to pick on them. And I'm trying not to do that with the Browns, but genuinely, what is the plan? To your point, why would you draft 2 quarterbacks if you're just going to be so quick to move off of them? They traded for Kenny Pickett and then retraded him. They had Flacco and traded him to the Bengals, which I guess good to you for getting a pick back, but you still got the Deshaun mess in all of this. And there's just, I can identify with some of these teams, right? I can identify what the plan is, even if it's not going well, even if they're losing games. I can tell you what they are trying to do. With the Browns, to your point, next year's quarterbacks class is loaded. This free agency class isn't that great. This draft class isn't that great, aside from Mendoza, and you don't have the first pick, so you can't get him. So if you're not sold on Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel, that's good. Put them on the field, lose games. We want to talk about intentionally tanking. The Browns have been a 3-14 team for the last 20-plus years, so their fans are used to this, unfortunately. Continue to lose games and find the right quarterback there. This is not the time to all of a sudden try to be aggressive on the quarterback market, because when you've done that recently, trading for Deshaun, drafting the 2 quarterbacks, it's not worked out for you. And if you do go ahead, you do sign Malik Willis, you draft Ty Simpson, then you're looking to trade one of these guys again. And it's just becoming a total quarterback carousel.
Yeah, it's so dumb. And especially, too, the Browns are the only team, I think, in recent history or NFL history who have all their starting offensive linemen being free agents.
Yeah.
Why don't you solidify the areas? Because, I would agree in the sense of the Browns could be a quarterback away from being decent pretty quickly because of how good they are on the defensive side of the ball. Now, they literally had their defensive coordinator quit. So, I don't know how that.
No. He didn't quit. They ran him out of the building with their negligence.
He didn't want to be, but he didn't want to be there at the end.
Well, he wanted to be the head coach. And when they went after these other people and they said no, he was like, all right, cool, I'm going to get the job now. And then they said, no, psych, you can stay as defensive coordinator or hiring someone else. And he was at his wit's end.
Yeah, and it would make sense to hire Todd Monken, an offensive mind, to probably develop your quarterback position with a guy like Shedeur Sanders. Because Shedeur Sanders is not going to get a lot of open takers on the market. You're not getting a great trade package for Shedeur Sanders if you send him packing and you bring in a guy like Ty Simpson or you bring in Malik Willis. So I would, if I were the Browns, and they actually bring in a quarterback, it would be the dumbest decision of all time. It is a fireable offense, and they continue doing these things. How does Andrew Berry still even have a job at this point? That's what blows my mind.
to your point about the offensive line too, look, I don't know that there's a single NFL team out there. You said what would the trade package be like for Shedeur? I don't think any of these other 31 teams would trade a pick for Shedeur. Shedeur last year completes 56% of his passes, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He was horrible. His QBR was 18.9 for the year. 50 is average. 40 is like really bad. He got 18.9. So I don't know who's going to trade for him. If you keep Shedeur and it goes terribly, you've got a top pick next year. Spend the money on the offensive line because it doesn't matter who is playing quarterback. Spend it on a receiver. It doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. If you can't block, you're not doing anything. You could put Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen back there and you would lose games. So whether Shedeur the guy or not, who knows? Give him a fair shake. And then if he proves to not be the guy, you have a line in place for when you go out and you draft the quarterback the next year.
Isn't it crazy? And I think Tyler Linderbaum, who's a free agent center, is going to reunite with Todd Monken from the Ravens to the Browns. I think that makes sense, so that could be one of their pieces, but they need a lot more help there. But isn't it funny, too, when we talk about the Browns, we don't really discuss Dillon Gabriel. And I don't think Dillon Gabriel is the guy by any means, but he was still the 3rd-round draft pick. Shedeur was the 5th-round draft pick. Like, we don't even give Dillon Gabriel the time of day.
I still can't believe they did that because, look, I think Shedeur is awful. And Dillon Gabriel put up better stats than Shedeur, but I think Dillon Gabriel is probably even worse than he is. So I can't believe he got drafted before him. I can't believe he got drafted in the 3rd round, and I can't believe he started 5 games this season. Like genuinely, this is I don't know how this can possibly happen. I don't know how an NFL franchise can allow this to happen.
I mean, Dillon Gabriel was 7 touchdowns, 2 picks, 937 yards.
He was so ineffective, though.
He was bad. Yeah, he was bad. I mean, but again, what would you rather have, Shedeur or a guy who doesn't turn the ball over as much? I'd rather have a run game, punt, play defense. Like I remember the international game that Dillon Gabriel started in. I think it might have been his first start, honestly. Like it was play action, it was run, it was punt, it was take advantage of turnovers, lean on your defense. Like that's really how the Browns have to play. Because if you stick the defense in bad situations, it just takes away from how good they actually are.
They can't. It doesn't matter. I mean, okay, serious question right now. With their line, Quinshon Judkins showed some stuff, but with him coming off of a broken knee or dislocated knee, whatever he has, with their receivers, with them losing Njoku to free agency, I think Judy's gone as well, if I'm not mistaken. If you put Patrick Mahomes on this football team, what's their record?
They're probably 2-15, 3-14. Like that's what they are, No, with Mahomes, never mind. I think you're 6-11.
I was gonna be nicer than that. I was gonna go like 9-8.
9-8, I guess with the defense, yeah, you can make the case. And there's plenty of moments where there's close games and they just can't find a way to win offensively. I mean, the bottom line is like what we're saying. It's like if you have all these issues, like if you fix these issues this year and then focus on quarterback next year and you take a 3-year rebuilding process, probably like you're going to be in much better shape.
Yeah, this is the total opposite to the recent Sam Darnold phenomenon, where they're like, let's build the team around him, and then we just need somebody to come in and do a solid job. The Browns are moving with such desperation to fix their quarterback situation that they're like, as soon as we do that, everything is saved. And that's not going to be the case because you're taking risks on guys you shouldn't at the quarterback slot, and in doing so, you're ignoring the needs of the rest of your team.
And also, too, like we can't forget this. You still have Deshaun Watson. He should be ready to go, right?
He should be ready by next season, yeah.
You're paying him $46 million next season. It's a lot of money.
What is his contract now? Because I haven't looked at it in a long time.
This is the last year. This is it.
Huh?
This is the last year of it.
It's the last year? I just wanted to go back and look at like the cap hits and everything because the contracts have gotten so expensive these days.
$80
million cap hit. Oh, and they've got 3 void years. he's gonna have 25.7 next year, even though he won't be on the team, and then it's gonna be 16.7 the year after that.
How they restructured the contract.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And also, too, you haven't paid him yet, really. Like, you've only paid, like, I know it's all comes down to the cap, but as far as what you actually have to give to him, you've given him 1.8, 1.2, 1.25. Now you have to give him 46 million. So he's been pushing off the lawyers, I'm sure. Get those legal fees paid for. This is going to be the big year for him. I wouldn't want to play if I was Deshaun. Take your 46 and call it a day.
I mean, I don't even know what his NFL. He's so far. He's out of left field right now. I don't even know what his NFL career has left.
Nobody's talking about him, but I would rather have him. If you're going to pay him $46 million, like, make him play. If you seriously have no consideration for Shedeur in the future, like, make Deshaun go out and play. See what you can do.
I'm with you. I think it's a better option because Shedeur, you have no hope of getting Shedeur to develop right now, and you're just tanking his possible trade value. At least let him go sit and learn. I put in quotation marks because I don't think it's actually going to happen, but at least there's a chance.
So Deshaun Watson returned to practice on December 3rd of 2025. So, like, he was practicing last year. So his focus is obviously getting back to football, according to Kevin Stefanski. So nobody's talking about Deshaun Watson. Like, he's still there.